Yo, 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 what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Double B, Bad Blood, the franchise player, with another live installment of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast brought to you by Slam.net. And today, I got the technical beast. I got the woods, the goods, the man, the myth, the legend, the ROH pure champion, Josh Woods. Josh, what is up, man?
Hey man, what's going on, dude? Thanks for having me. Man,
Oh, man.
you gotta do my intros everywhere I go. Shit.
Man, you know, I have the comment. I have ring announcers introduce me as the history maker and the record breaker, the franchise player, and they always mess it up. So I was like, look, man, I'm gonna give guys the biggest fucking intro on God's green earth when they come on the podcast, because you know what? That sets the tone.
Hell
That
yeah,
right
it
there
does,
sets
man.
the tone.
The franchise, huh? You ever have Jay Lethal on here and he's like, wait a second.
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about Jay Lethal right now.
Why not? He's my boy. You got bad stuff to say about Jay?
I've had Jay on the show before.
I'll just say, like, don't talk bad about my boy like that.
Oh man, look at that. See, look, now me and Josh Woods got heat. God damn, the show ain't even started.
Well, we don't have to have heat. I'm just saying.
Okay, no heat, no heat.
Don't talk about mines, all right? That's my man. Jay's the best.
So let's get into it, man. Final battle. Like, let's talk about that. Like, well, what was it like knowing that was the last show in this whole epic like career of Ring of Honor?
For now, we don't really know, man. That's kind of the feel, and we don't really know. We know as much as you guys do. So, for me, I just wanted to put on a good show, have a great match, and within the allotted time that we had and where we were on the card. So, yeah, I mean, it's sad, it's stressful, not knowing, what's next, and it's always weird. I had fun, man. Ring of Honor has been great. It's been great to Josh Woods. So I don't know why I refer to myself in third person. That was weird. But yeah, man, like it was cool, man. Everyone seemed to. I mean, you could feel that people like, hey, man, is this it? Like, there's not a lot of. It didn't feel the same. But yeah, man, let's just. I try to be positive when someone tells me something. I like to think people don't just lie to me, to my face.
Yeah.
Sometimes that gets me in trouble because I like to believe in like the good of everyone. But
there's nothing wrong with that. You gotta
I like to believe that we're gonna be back, and then as I am the pure champion, I don't plan on losing it anytime soon because no one will beat me because I'll kick their ass. But I think when we come back in April, the Josh Woods, the foundation, we're coming in strong. So that's where my mind's at, just staying ready and keep doing my thing until then.
So let's see, man. You're the current reigning and defending Ring of Honor pure champion. I gotta tell you, the pure title rules, man, that's some fucking epic shit. Like, not many people can really pull that off. And I've been around a long ass time and I've seen a lot of shit, but not many people can pull a match like that off. And you and Gresham, my God, like pure excellence, man. Let's talk about how you ended that streak, man. How you ended the longest reign of the longest reigning pure wrestling champion.
Yeah, all good things must come to an end, right? There's really no one leaves perfect. Yeah, John, man, me and John have been really good friends since we both since he came back to Ring of Honor until I kind of started. So we kind of, I guess, essentially started at the same time, if you will. And, we have really similar ideas and thoughts about how we wanted the company to be and what we think wrestling is. And for us to be able to, showcase our own vision in our own way. Yeah, it's been great, man. And then just having that moment with John, it was incredible. It's, I think stylistically we're similar, but we're so extremely different the way we think and our move sets. And as cliche as that sounds, like I kind of hate when people say that. Oh, what's your move set? I don't know, man. Like whatever works. Like that's my move set, right? Like if it's a stiff right hand, it's a stiff right hand. Like I don't know, dude. Like I don't have like a list. Like it's not Tekken. But yeah, man. Like that was wild to me. Just being able to be put in that position and yeah, 2018, Josh Woods would have been like, that's not ever happening. But now it's a little different. So that was an incredible moment for me.
I mean, you've come a long way. I mean, from the development of a development wrestler at NXT and the Performance Center to the fucking pure wrestling champion ROH. Man, that's like, man, explain the difference between being in like NXT and then being in ROH and then like the new reboot of NXT, like that 2.0. Like, explain the difference in those things.
That's a hard one. Hey, don't want to say the wrong thing. Man, like I personally didn't really have a problem in NXT. Like it was great for me to learn. Like they emphasize a lot on teaching, especially for the guys that have no experience. And I mean, I don't know how it is now because I'm not there. I can only speak for how it was when I was there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was an incredible place to learn. And especially for me, I didn't really grow up loving wrestling like everyone else did. Some people hate me for that. I don't, whatever, man, kiss my ass. But people are on their sofas in their grandma's basement watching wrestling. I was out competing and doing
True.
sports, and so that's kind of how I was. I watched it casually and whatnot, but it was cool to like actually learn about the history of wrestling and just be. I wasn't really exposed to as much there because they're very, hey, watch the product, learn who's this and who does that. And I'm like, oh my god, okay, there's so much. But I really didn't, right? Like they were like really throwing it, man. Like there were times where we had to, if we didn't watch Raw the night before, we had to come in and do like extra work and like blow up drills and stuff. And I was like, man, y'all kept me here till like 7 o'clock and you're gonna make me stay up until like midnight and then be back in the morning, man. That's wild. But they just really care about the business. They want you to care about it too. And it took a little bit of time to start learning, what everyone is about and stuff. And shit, I still don't know everything. And I'll be like Silas, who's that? And he's like, man, are you serious, Josh? I'm like, man, I don't know everything, man. He's like, yeah, you're an idiot. So
It's funny.
I'm still learning.
Everyone that I've ever talked to, including Silas, everyone goes into Silas's voice when they talk about it.
You have
so
to.
Funny.
You can't talk about Silas and not be Silas. Like it's impossible. It's everyone. It's not. Yeah, it's everyone.
Even I did an interview with Kerry Silk, and he did the same thing. I was like,
you have to. It's the best. It's the best thing ever. But yeah, like they're very strict there. Just speaking from my experience there, they're very. You have to. It's almost a bad thing, really. They kind of take your individuality away, man. You're walking on eggshells a lot, and you don't know, who does what, and like if you piss someone off, like what happens, and it was a little stressful, a lot of stress, and then going to Ring of Honor, almost immediately after, it was just total opposite. It was very laid back, and I remember a couple of them like matching, like, hey, like, do I need to ask, like, who do I ask to do this? And like, you can do what you want. I was like, oh, all right. And I was like, I don't have to ask someone about that. No, man, you gotta go ahead. We have agents and stuff. People that are like, oh, this is the match, this is what you're doing and stuff. But they were way more hands off because they want, like, I think Ring of Honor has been known for their like individuality and pushing like the that mindset. So that was cool. I like that a lot.
As I sit back here and I talk to you, I think back to like 2017. We were on a show together, and it was in Orlando for OCW. It was at a nightclub. I can't think of the name of the nightclub. It was during WrestleMania week, and Guilt
nightclub had a wrestling show there.
It was in Orlando. It was for WrestleMania week. I remember I was in a tag team gauntlet match with John Silver and a bunch of other guys. It was like a 7 or 8 team match, and you were in a tag match with a guy.
Oh shit! Yeah,
I think it was like the dirty blondes or something like that.
Oh yeah, me and Seth.
Yes.
Zelli, yeah.
Yep. I remember I was on that show. I was like, when I first started talking to you about doing this podcast, I was like, I've seen him on the indies somewhere. I just can't remember where the hell it was, and it just dawned on me like right now.
Holy shit, that was
crazy.
So
crazy.
Yeah. Man, I was still trying to figure out what wrestling was.
You were coming from like NCAA wrestling, right? Like college wrestling from that.
Yeah, I wrestled in at University of Central Florida, and then I went straight to NXT after that.
Yeah.
So I kind of just like, here's wrestling. I'm like, oh.
You're like, well, look at this.
Yeah, it was a lot.
I mean, so now look at you. I mean, shit, you've been in the business for a while, and now you did the whole CMLL thing. I think you did like New Japan.
I have not done New Japan, not yet.
You haven't done a match for New Japan? You know,
Mm-mm.
I could have swore.
Nah, I get it, man. A lot of us white guys with beards and tattoos, we look the same.
No,
I
no, no,
get it, dude.
no.
Like,
it was a New Japan match, but it was the ROH show.
probably.
It was the one.
I wrestled CMLL guys like on Ring of Honor.
Yeah. It was the one in God dang it. I do my homework, man. War of the Worlds. There it is. War of the Worlds. I think it was in. I want to say it's Chicago.
I'm trying to think. I wrestled a lot, so I don't know.
It was like Christmas time, I think, because I remember a guy that was on the show said you beat some dude in like 20 seconds or some shit.
Oh yeah, that sounds about right. It sounds like me.
Oh man, yeah. So I mean, like I said, you've done a lot. You know, I know you've worked CMLL guys. I know you do extensive stuff for Ring of Honor, but AEW, like you just debuted on AEW Dark.
I did.
It's pretty great, man.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, let's hope they'll let you defend that title at Battle of the Belts.
Yeah, man, that would be awesome. Like, you know, if I would love to do it, I think that would just that would make if every match on the card had a championship from a different company or even all the AEW ones, the pure match would be different. It would be 100% different. And I think that's kind of like the niche that pure wrestling is, and I've just somehow molded into that niche really easily because it's easy. It fits my style. Like it's my brain just is like, man, how can we use these rules? How can we play with them? And it's fun. It's so fun.
So explain the rules to everyone watching on the show that don't know what a pure title match is.
Oh man, I hope I get them all right.
You're the champ.
Man.
You should know them all.
I know the ones I need to use. That's all.
Okay, then that's good.
I know they have changed. I know they changed from the original to now. So it's like sometimes I'll watch stuff and I'll be like I'll text Todd Sinclair. I'm like, Todd, wait a second, can't do that. Like, no, it's changed. I'm like, oh, okay, I got to rethink of stuff. I know it's a 20-second count on the outside.
Okay.
One closed fist is a warning. Then it's a disqualification. It used to be, I think, 2. If you do 1 or 2, they take a rope break away. I don't know the old rules. I only know the new ones. But I think that's what happened. So it's 1 closed fist is a warning, and then a second is a disqualification, a 60-minute time limit, 3 rope breaks.
Okay.
And then those are the basic ones, I believe. 20-second. Yeah, I think those are the primary ones.
Now, those are some interesting rules. Not many wrestlers can do that. And I'm just gonna be honest with you, like there's maybe a handful of guys I know in the industry, and I've been around 29 years that can actually do a match like that. So that's why for me, it was real interesting to see you work with Jay Lethal, to see you work with Flip Gordon, to see you work with Silas, to see you work with Dalton Castle. Like these matches were like crazy. I mean, what would you consider the very best pure wrestling match you've ever wrestled?
Ooh, that's a lot of pressure.
Hey man, that's what we do here.
I think it would be a toss between Silas and Jay Lethal. Of course, if you're wrestling Jay, it's going to be a great match. It's really hard to mess up a Jay Lethal match. I mean, Jay is phenomenal. I think just because of where Silas and I were at in our story and the history we have, that's probably my favorite one. And being like super close with Jay, that's also like really important to me. Like those 2 matches are probably equal. I guess if I had someone put a gun to my head and they said, you got to pick one, I guess the Silas one will have to be my answer.
Is that 30-minute time limit one you guys did?
Yeah, we went 22.
Yeah, he actually talked about that match as being one of his best matches.
Yeah, we man, it's so weird, like the way we had to do the tapings and stuff, and And if you watch those matches sequentially, I know it would be a lot of time, but they aired so far apart, and the story we told was just so intricate. And like we put this story together of things that we did in the first match that we tried to get back to in the second and the third, and setting up different spots and places. And I really don't think it got the attention it deserved for how intricate our story was. And it's a shame that they were so far apart, because that series was fun. It was great.
So a guy that works, because I do a weekly podcast, it's not just
Mhm.
interviews, but we do like a Monday night, Wednesday night, and a Friday night podcast. So a guy that worked, my co-host on the podcast, had a question he wanted me to throw at you, and the question basically was, would you ever consider going on a run and being a belt collector? Like, which titles would you want to go after?
Ooh. All of them, huh? All right.
You're like every one of them.
I mean,
Not these 5 back here though. You can leave these alone.
okay, I'm sorry. I don't want those anymore now.
Woo, thank God.
Man, yeah, that would be sweet. That would be pretty cool to win a lot of belts. Like, what are we talking? Are we talking like TV belts? Are we talking just like any promotion ever?
I mean, you can throw out any promotion you want. Like, you can challenge for any championship you want.
Oh man.
I mean, the matches are like, think about all the unique matches you can have.
I know. Man, that's a hard one, because I never thought about that. Anything from New Japan, like, I'm a big cat, man. I wouldn't mind being a heavyweight champ. Let's see, New Japan definitely. If me and Silas could get back together, wouldn't mind chasing some tag team gold with Silas as well. I think that's interesting. Definitely New Japan stuff. I wouldn't mind wrestling Waller. I think we would have a lot of fun.
Don't you do some UFC stuff for him, right?
Yeah, we worked together in the past. We wrestled at the same school. He was there a couple years before me, so we have that kind of rapport. And we worked like with some of his fight camps with Seth, because Seth and him are super tight. And then I started training with Seth Petrozelli a lot. And that's just how I was able to intermingle with those guys and help out when I could.
Nice.
I think those. Definitely New Japan. Man, there's so many. I wouldn't mind beating Adam Page for that.
Oh, are you calling out the AEW World Champ already? Like,
I mean, you see him like what? Those are mine.
I see that. I like that.
Yeah, I'm a big metal guy. I like winning stuff. So, that's me. I'm not greedy or anything. I just like to win.
Hey, there's nothing wrong in this game, in this business. Wins and losses matter. Okay, so you want to win a whole lot more than you want to lose. That's for damn sure.
That's very true.
I mean, so you were. I mean, your aspirations would be like to be, let's say, the AEW World Champion.
I mean, I'm not against that at all. I mean, man could purify AEW.
Okay, so right here on the podcast, right here, right now, if you were to issue a challenge to anyone right now, who would you issue the challenge to, and how would you cut that promo? That's what I want to know.
Oh man.
Yeah, like right here on the spot.
Oh, dude, that's hard. That's a hard one, because like I've never thought about like having that opportunity. I never thought about that, man.
The world is your oyster, my man.
Can you hear my girlfriend? She just got home. She's like singing and stuff.
Oh, so she's singing, yeah. Wow, she's good.
Gabby.
Yeah, tell her to come in here.
Come in here, please. Hey, Gabs.
What?
We can hear you.
Oh shit!
No, don't stop. I mean, hey, you were killing it. If this was the voice, I'd give you the thumbs up.
Thank you. Embarrassing.
I mean, we can hear you from the garage, babe.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Tell her only like 6,000 people are going to watch this.
Yeah, only 6,000 people are gonna. maybe more.
Maybe more. I mean, she might have just popped the rating right there for us.
Yeah, be quiet.
You're like, shh.
She's mean, dude. She hits me.
Uh-oh.
See, look at that black eye.
Hey man, look,
I didn't do the
no.
dishes. I think someone who I've always wanted to wrestle would be Kenta for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can kind of see a really good match between you and Kenta.
And
And,
he's the United States champ, right? The IWGP.
Yeah, IWGP. Yep.
I mean,
You know who else I think you would have a really great match with? And I think that right now is the time because you're kind of already in the door. You and Bryan Danielson.
yes. See, I would love to do that. I would like a
I see
beard
the
match or
styles.
something. I don't know.
I see it. I see the styles because like both you guys are. I mean, you guys have got both great ground game. And to see you guys, your ground game, your striking, man. Let's do that. I'm fucking here for that.
I would love to wrestle Bryan for the pure title. I mean, he was one of the first few to have it, and I think just the nostalgia of that, like just man, there's like a special word I'm looking for, but I can't think of it right now. Like just the importance of what he's done for wrestling and like what he's done for pure wrestling. I think that would be just tremendous in itself. Anyone who's had the pure title, myself, I know John would love to wrestle him. Yeah. If we're wrestling just for a belt, for a title, then it's got to be Kenta because Bryan doesn't have one. So, I can't put mine on the line for nothing. That doesn't seem very fair. But
bragging rights. Come on. That's bragging rights. Let's see who the best wrestler in the world really is.
Yeah, that's all it is. I mean, yeah. So definitely, if I had to, flip in the air, I didn't catch that, by the way. Yeah, it's either Kenta or Bryan Danielson. Those would be something I would love to do. So in NXT, I got to kind of roll with both of them when I was very, very new and very not confident in wrestling. So like that would be great right now, just for me personally, just for my own growth and how far I've come. So that's something I would love to do, either
Awesome.
or both at the same time. I don't care.
Wow, same time. That's some gangster shit right there. So
yeah, don't matter.
So let's see. You beat John Gresham. You took the title from the man who held it the longest, and now that man is the ROH World Champion. So not many men can say that they defeated the current reigning ROH World Champion.
Yeah, John. Yeah, well, I haven't beaten him recently. I don't know. I might have to see if I can. Just no titles. Just let's just wrestle again, just for fun. See what happens.
So you are one of the lucky men that got booked for the grand debut of Terminus.
I will be there.
So who are you facing?
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to. I don't know what John has in store, so I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about it. Ooh, I will be there. The foundation will be there.
All right. So the foundation will be in the house. Okay. So
we'll be there.
Does that mean Jay Lethal also will be in the house?
I believe Jay was announced. Yeah. I'm not sure if Jay's in the foundation anymore.
Oh, wow. That's your best friend, man. You should be knowing all this stuff. Come on.
Hey, man. I don't know what his business inquiries are. Just he's my boy. I don't know his whole life. I got you. I'm not sure if Jay even wants to be in the foundation anymore. I mean, we would love to have him, but
I mean, think about this. You got the super elite in AEW. And I'm just going to say, I'm not going to include Adam Cole. I'm going to say the Bucks and Kenny Omega. And then there is a very big chance that Kyle O'Reilly may be joining AEW. So then you'd have the Undisputed Era, or as I like to call them, the Undisputed Elite. So you'll have those guys there.
Okay.
Maybe Shane Taylor Promotions. Then maybe you, Lethal, and Gresham.
Yeah, that would be a pretty solid unit right there.
AEW is coming up with trios titles. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there.
I mean, that would be pretty dope. I mean,
that's
pretty gnarly. That's a pretty gnarly trio if you put that down on paper. Josh Woods, John Gresham, and Jay Lethal. Whoa, that's a lot. That's a lot of technique right there. That's a lot.
I know how to book good shit. That's what I'm saying.
Almost overwhelming.
All right, man. So look, before I let you go, there's a game that I play on the podcast. It's real simple, it's real cool. And it's kind of something I can see that would go down your alley because we kind of discussed it a little bit, but let's do it anyway. The game is simple. It's called Team With, Feud With, or Fire. Basically, you can team with anyone in the industry, no matter who it is, alive or dead. You can feud anybody. I mean, anyone, referee, ring announcer, timekeeper, the guy that sells the hot dogs in the fucking hot dog stand, all those guys. And you can fire anyone you want. No excuses needed, unless you want to give us one. So, team with, feud with, fire.
Well, I don't want to fire anyone because I don't want anyone to not have a job.
Good answer. Good answer. Good
That
answer.
doesn't. I don't know, man. I know how that feels right now, and like I don't want that on anybody. So I'm gonna. I don't know if I have to fire someone. I would rather fire myself and not fire anybody else.
Wow,
But
very diplomatic answer. I like that.
yeah, that's a mean one. Team with.
Now remember, it's anybody, alive or dead. So it can be like
alive or dead.
it can be like you and Bruno Sammartino, or you and Kurt Angle, or
Team with.
you and Dan Severn.
Okay. Oh shit, dude, that's a really cool one. Well, I know I would like to feud with Bryan Danielson. He's arguably one of the best wrestlers ever. That's just all an opinion, and so I would definitely like to feud with Bryan. I don't even know why this would even fit, but I would team with The Undertaker because I love The Undertaker. So I would team with Taker.
That would be the most awkward team. But then again, he's into
it'd be
MMA
so
and he's
great.
into striking. So I mean, you guys might mesh.
I mean, yeah, that I would be happy. I don't know how he would feel, but
I think you and
would love
Biker
that.
Taker would probably be a better team than
Yeah,
the
the American Badass would be
Exactly.
a little better than Taker. I don't know, but any version of Taker, I'm cool with. So yeah, I don't want to fire anyone. That seems bad.
Well, who do you want to feud with other than Danielson? Like, what would be your dream feud other than Danielson? Because I can lay 3 out. I would love to see you do so.
Chris Benoit.
Wow, that's the first time that's been said.
I know. Well, people don't like to say stuff because they're afraid.
Hey, on this podcast, you can pretty much say whatever it is you want to say. There's no judgment here, my man.
Yeah,
Personalized, what he did was what he did. Professionally, he was a fucking great wrestler.
Yeah, I would like to feud with Benoit. That'd be fun.
Man, that would be interesting too, because you got that killer instinct when you're working. Like you fucking take it. I mean, beating someone in 40 seconds, tapping someone out, TKOing someone. I mean, look, you beat Brian Johnson at the final battle, like what, 13 minutes?
Yeah, it took me a little longer than I wanted.
A little longer than you wanted. Look at this guy tapping people out, tactical knockout people.
Hey, I didn't make him get in the ring with me. That's his own choice.
Hey, some people like titles. I'm just saying,
Well, they can't have mine.
You like to win. So you're defending you're going to be the reigning defending champion. Hopefully we'll see you defending that championship all over the indie scene. Hopefully AEW will be like, hey, Battle of the Belts is coming up. How about you come in here and defend that title? That'd be awesome. Let me ask you this before I let you go. What is your Mount Rushmore? Your Mount Rushmore of ROH, past, present, future.
Oh, Ring of Honor specifically?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, damn. You got good ones, dude. You got real good ones.
Man, thank you very much.
I'm going to say Adam Pearce.
Wow. Okay, Scrap Daddy.
I'm going to say Adam Pearce. I'm going to have to say Bryan. You have to. At least for me. Okay. Can I put the Briscoes as one?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're like the third person that I've talked to. And when I asked that question, they were like, how about, can I add the Briscoes as one person? From now on, ladies and gentlemen, whenever this question is asked about ROH, the Briscoes are now one. Okay. they'll count as one.
Yeah, so I guess there you go. So Scrap Daddy, we're going to go Bryan, the Briscoes as a conjoined unit. And it's got to be Jay. It's got to be Jay Lethal. I know it still seems very, very easy, simple answers, but those are the guys that have influenced me the most. So,
you know what's funny, and I'm gonna tell you, Gary Silkin said the same thing about Jay Lethal and the Briscoes. Those names personify Ring of Honor.
Yeah,
he mentioned 100%. Bryan Danielson, and then he also mentioned Samoa Joe.
Yeah, well, if I had more room, Samoa Joe would be up there.
Oh yeah, his Mount Rushmore had 10 guys in it.
Oh yeah, well I mean I only got 4.
He
If
was like
has
the
10,
Bucks. He was
yeah.
he was like Adam Page, Adam Cole. You know, because they're all like his kids. You know,
Right. Yeah.
So I mean, he's a star maker. He's made stars, and Ring of Honor has made stars, and Ring of Honor has made Josh Woods a star.
Did a pretty good job.
Yeah, I see that. So, look, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to find out where you can find this gentleman right now, you can always go look on his socials there: Instagram, Facebook. He doesn't use that much, and Twitter. You can always find him on Twitter because that's where everyone is. Josh, what shows do you have coming up where you're defending that championship?
I can't talk about being in Minnesota on Saturday because it's a surprise.
Oh, surprise! Oh
Yeah.
shit! Okay.
In Minnesota, which is cold, and I'm from Florida, so I don't like that.
Yeah, I'm from California. Trust me, I hate it too.
I'll be at Catalyst in New York in January. Terminus, I will be there, but I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. February, man, I'm all over in February. I'm at Firestar. I'm in I have to look at my planner actually. I'm in so many. Oh god, that sounds so arrogant to say that I'm in so many. But
no, man, you're doing work. Like you're a champion. You're fucking doing the most. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
I got a lot going on in the next couple months, so I don't have my planner in front of me because
it's good that you got.
I don't have a lot up here. I have to write stuff down.
I like the fact that you're busy, because when you're busy, that means you're making money. When you're making money, that means you're surviving. When you're surviving, that means you're killing the game.
Trying.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been your ROH Pure Wrestling Champion, Josh Woods. And this has been your boy, the franchise, Double B Babler. Thank you very much for joining us here on Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. Josh, thank you very much for joining us, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. You always have a seat here at the table, man.
Hell yes.
Peace, ladies and gentlemen.
See you, man.